cause everybody doing what they all do. If one thing I know, I fall but I grow. I'm walking down this road of mine, this road that I call home. So am I wrong?
This is the very end. 3 weeks left. 3 weeks left. Like, you're pretty much done at this point. Like, after you do your land nav and after you qualify at the range, you are done. You are done. Like, you made it to the end. You made it to the end. You should be so proud of yourself. Like, you made it. You are official now. Like, you are official. Moving on, week 13. You're in the field. Week 13, you're in the field. Depending on, you know, the month, the week, the class you're in, that determines how long you stay out in the field. So we stayed out in the field 2 nights. Before we stayed out in the field, you had to qualify at the gun range. So you have to qualify by zeroing, and you also had to qualify on the pop-up targets. So yeah, I'm a really good shooter because I had so much practice when I was in basic training. But the only problem with me is my eyesight. Like, I have not had my glasses. Like, since basic training, the Army has not given me my glasses. I still did a pretty good job. It was hard for me to see a little bit, but I think for me the easiest part was zeroing at Bolc. It was not easy for me at basic training though, but it got easier because I just learned the proper techniques. I learned what works for me, and just practice. It don't make perfect, but damn near. Like, it makes you better. After you zero, after you qualify and all that, that's when you will do your land navigation. You're out in the field for 2 weeks. You'll stay out in the field for 2 days, depending on your class situation. So again, our class 2 nights. So land nav, after we qualified and all that stuff, we had a land nav class, a very brief land nav class. I feel like personally the land nav class that they gave us was not as thorough as the one that I got when I was in OCS. But thank God that I have so much land nav experience, you know, from being recycled twice in OCS and doing land nav like numerous times. And, you know, I should be a pro at it by now. I wasn't really worried too much about land nav. Like, I was good. After, like, I passed all my exams, after I qualified at the range, I was pretty much worry-free, good to go. So, yeah, you'll get a very brief land nav class, how to plot and all that stuff, how to read a map, all that good stuff. And then they'll give you your equipment. They'll give you your map, your marker, your protractor, and your compass. They'll give you all that stuff. You have to sign for it. And you guys do have weapons when you're out at the field too. I didn't mention that in the previous videos, but you do have weapons when you're out there. But while you're doing land nav, you don't have to have your weapons with you. So yeah, they'll give you all your land nav equipment after the land nav class is over. The next day, super early in the morning, you'll wake up. I say you'll wake up around, I think 3:30. Yeah, 3 or 3:30. You'll get up, do your hygiene, eat breakfast, and you'll get like another brief on what to do, what not to do. And then I think they'll take you over to the land nav course. You'll walk over there. It's not far from where, you know, you sleep at. You'll walk over there. Everybody will walk over there. You'll get assigned to your, you know, group or whatever like that. It's not a group land nav, but somehow you're in some type of like grouping or whatever. Based off of, like, I guess what points this group would get, what points this group would get, like that. But this is completely an individual, you know, event. So yeah, I think you get up at 3:30, and then you start at 5. At 5 o'clock, you'll start plotting your points, and then you can go ahead and find your points. Now, this land nav course let me tell you guys, this land nav course is small. It is small. So if you're not good at land nav, don't worry too much, because this course is small. Compared to OCS, compared to Red Diamond, even compared to the little land nav I did in basic training, this course is tiny. Like, you have to find 8 points. Compared to OCS, you have to find 5. But here you have to find 8 points, but you gotta find 6 out of the 8 to pass. And you have 5 hours. In OCS, we had 4 hours. Yeah, we had 4 hours. But the course was huge, you know? But you only got to find 5 in 4 hours. So here at Bolc, you only have to find, it's 8 points, but you only have to find 6 out of 8 to pass. And you have 5 hours to find it. And the course is small, so you're good. They did allow us to have our phones on us, but that doesn't mean they're allowing us to use apps and none of that stuff to find the points. They're trusting you with the phone, versus at OCS, no way, they're taking your phone. But yeah, so the course is really small. The points are only, they're not like 400, 600, 800, 1,000 meters in the woods like OCS is. These points are like 100 meters, 200 meters at the most. You will not find a point that's more than 200. Like, I haven't had a point that was more than 200. Like, maybe 300 at the most, but all of my points were like either 100 to 200. So, I found 7 out of 8. I passed the first time. I would have had 8 out of 8, but right when I plotted all my points and it was time for me to go out there, my doggone compass was not working. So I had to, after I got my first point, I had to walk back to the starting point and tell the instructors that my compass is not working. And they verified that it's a malfunction with it, and they had to give me another one. It wasn't just me, it was a few other people too. I'm like, so I had to stand there for 30 minutes. Well, 30, 40 minutes while they go out and try to find more compasses. And then when they finally gave it to me, it's 30, 40 minutes into my time. But there's no worries, because they know that the course is small, and they know, if you guys have went to OCS, I don't know how it is in ROTC or West Point or anything like that. But these points, I was looking for orange and white with black writing like it is in OCS, but that's not how it is in Bolc. They're beige color, little boxes. They look like mailboxes. That's what the points look like. And these points, however, is not self-correcting. Well, at least I didn't see it like it was in OCS. They didn't have writing on it and tell you this is the right grid. They didn't have that. You just had to trust that you found the right one. So also in week 13, we did our last convoy mission where we had to pull security. They kind of drove us kind of out there a little bit in the field, and we had to pull security, and we had to shoot at each other. I see the trucks coming in. Davis, wave. It is freezing cold outside. Just want to give you guys a little visual of what it's going to be like. We have these little color codes for our team, so each team have a different color code. Gonna be fake casualties. I just was going to the bathroom and they were boom, you're dead, you're a casualty. And I had to just lay on the ground and play dead, and they put me on a stretcher and then take me over, and then they had to do fake medical on you and all that stuff. So you kind of learn medical stuff and all of that. So that's pretty much it. Then after the field, that's it. You go back to AOU and you're done. And into week 14, you do your second uniform inspection. I forgot to mention the first uniform inspection, but that was like maybe 4 weeks prior. You'll just bring in your uniform of which you're going to wear to graduation. Make sure you're squared away. Make sure you got all your pins. Make sure your uniform looks good. Make sure it's clean. If it's not, you have to take it to the dry cleaners and get it clean. But you got to have all that already done at your second uniform inspection. So moving on to week 15. Week 14 and week 15 is just out processing. That's all you're going to do is out processing stuff. So you're pretty much just going to be getting, going to medical, making sure your medical is up to date, make sure all your med pros are good to go, like your hearing, your vision, make sure you have all your shots, your dental, and then you just have to have your medical forms signed and dated, up to date in the system, all that. So you want to make sure all that is squared away, because you have to have that done in order to graduate, or you will be a holdover. You're done at this point. I'm done at this point. I'm so happy. This journey has been a long journey, from just my Army experience overall, from basic training to OCS to Bolc. I made it, guys. I made it through. I'm happy. I'm proud of myself. I can go on to my unit now and try to be the best lieutenant that I can be. And however, we were not able to have visitors. It was a virtual graduation, Facebook Live. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, leave me a comment below. You can go over to my Instagram, leave me a DM, and I will get to you guys as soon as I can. Make sure you subscribe for future videos and leave a thumbs up. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.